Okay, so see, let's start the concept of join, why we actually use this particular joins and what are the main purpose of using this particular join. Okay, so let's suppose in we have databases. This particular database is a RDMS. RDBMS means it's a relational database management system. Okay, and in this particular database management system, relational database management system, we do not store data in a one table. अपन एक टेबल में डेटा स्टोर नहीं करते, we don't store that. What we do, we store data in different tables. Okay, different tables. Okay, and let's suppose this is this is table 1, table 1, table 2, table 3. Okay, and we store data in different tables. So relational data, so whenever we want to fetch the records, from two or more tables. Okay, let's suppose we have a table called student. Okay, we have a table called student, and we have another table called teacher, and we have another table called uh, Aadhaar details. Okay, so this particular table, let's suppose we want the Aadhaar details of every student. So what we need to do, we need to join these two tables. Correct, we need to join these tables. Let's suppose if you I want the Aadhaar details of this particular two table like teacher, and then also we want to join table 2 and table 3. Correct, for this purpose only we want this particular joins to be. Okay, and here the joins comes into picture. Okay, what it does, join basically helps you to combine two or more tables, and using these two or more tables you can fetch records, and that. Okay, so let's see that. So joins, what are joins? So joins are, it is used to join two or more tables whenever we want to fetch some records. Okay, fetch some record. So there are different joins. If we talk about joins, we have joins like inner join. We have another join called left outer join. We have another join called right outer join. Now we have another join called full outer join, and there is another join that is called self join. Okay, so let's understand this inner join outer join one by one. So if we talk about this particular inner join, so what happens, let's suppose I have a table called table 1. Okay, and then I have another table called table 2. Okay, I have another table called table 2. So this is table 1, T1, and this is T2. Okay, so this particular table 1 and table 2 is basically what inner join क्या करता है, what it does is it basically gives you the record which is a common in both the tables. That is what inner join does. Okay, so if you see that, let's suppose there are some record which is common here, so it will only give the record which is common here. So this is how a inner join works. Understood? Correct, only the matching records. Okay, now we have another join called left outer join. And in this particular left outer join, let's suppose we have a table, and in this particular table, let's suppose this is table 1. Okay, T1, and this is table 2, T2. Okay, just a minute please. This is table 1 and this is table 2. Okay, and the left outer join says that it will give the common records. Okay, ये common records तो देगा ही देगा. Let's suppose this is the common records I have. It will give the common records, as well as the second thing is it will give all the records. It will give all the records from the left hand side table. Okay, so left hand side के भी सारे records ये देगा. Okay, let's come, are same. Yes, left join and left outer joins are same. Okay, so don't confuse yourself. Okay, so I have another join called right outer join. So it is this right outer join. So I didn't highlighted that. So let's suppose it will also take all the records from the left table. Okay, understood? Now we have a right outer join. In this particular right outer join, let's suppose we have two different tables, and this for this particular right outer join. What it does, let's suppose we have T1, table 1, and we have table 2. And using this particular table 1 and table 2, what it does, it will take all the common records, it will take all the common records, and it will take all the records from the right hand side table. So this will be the all the record from the right hand side table. So what it will do, it will take all the common records, the common records, and all the records from the left hand side table. Oh, sorry, on the right hand side table. Okay, so this is right outer join. We have another table, we have another join where it is a full outer join. Basically, what is full outer join? That it will give you the it will give you the it will give you the common records. This is T1 and this is T2. It will give all the records, it will give the common records, it will also give the all the record from the left hand side table and all the record from the right hand side table. So you will get to know how you will distinguish the record. लेकिन आपको पता कैसे चलेगा कि कौन से record right hand side से कौन से record left hand side से, you will get to know that. Okay, so I'm just writing it for now. So let's suppose correct all records from left hand side table and all records from right hand side table. Okay, this. So let's understand, and we have inner join. So basically inner join, we use this particular self join, not inner join. We use this particular self join with the same table. Let's suppose we have same type of table like T1 and T2. So when we do join with the same tables, then we will be using this self join. We call this as a self join, and I will let you know where we use this particular self join. Okay, same table, yes, joining with the same table is called, it is basically called a self join. Okay, we have another table, we have another join called cross join. I didn't talk about that, but there is a join called cross join, and in this particular cross join, it gives the Cartesian product of all the records. So let's suppose a table has two records. Let's suppose we have two different tables. Okay, in cross join we have two different records. Let's suppose a table T1 has some 20 records. Okay, and T2 has some 30 records. So the output will be after applying the cross join, the output will be 20 into 30 records. It will do the Cartesian product. So it will join every record with every other record in the table. Okay, so that is what. So this is about the outer join. Not outer join, cross join. Okay. So let's understand this using an Excel. Okay. So I have a Excel. Let's understand this joins concept using this particular. Okay. So I'm just deleting this for now, and let's understand this. Okay, hope you can see my screen, Monica. Okay, let's suppose I have a table 1 called table 1 where I have मेरे पास दो tables हैं with column ID, and in this particular ID column I have 1 2 3 5 3 1 2 5 3 and 1 2 2 3 null. Basically I have this data. Now if I'm joining the inner join, what it does, every time join will join the other table in this particular horizontal manner. It will not join, it will not give you the desired result. Okay, understood? So if I join it, what it will do, it will first join. So I will get the data 1 comma 1. Okay, so it will join this to this. Okay, then I will get the another record, I will join the another record 2. It will give 2 comma. So first it will join the id 2 to the id of table B. So it will give it 2 comma 2. Now it will join, उसके बाद ये इस वाले id के साथ join होगा. It will again give 2 comma 2. You understood? So even though there are duplicates, here are duplicates, but still the joining condition, if we are joining based on IDs, it could see that मतलब यहाँ पे वो ये नहीं मैटर करेगा कि whether it has duplicates or not. if it sees that there are values which is similar to that, it will start joining that. So it will join. Correct, correct. So when the IDs are same and the columns have different values, you need to decide that on what basis you are actually doing the join. It depends on you. If you are doing in one column, it shows that okay, that is the same column, that is the matching record. If you are joining in some two or more column, then it says that okay, based on these two columns we can say that oh, it's a duplicate condition or it's a non-matching condition. Okay, so let's understand that. Okay, so the 5 in table A, we have id called 5. It will search for 5 in table B. We do not have it. Okay, so there will be no record for 5. Now we have 3, and for 3 we already have 3 in this table B. It will be 3 comma 3. So this is will be my output for inner join. Okay, even though it has null values, so that will not be joined. Now when I come to take out left outer join, it will take all the records. So let's first it join all the similar records. So it will join 1 comma 1. So it will give it like 1 comma 1. Otherwise after that it will join 2 comma 2. So there is only two records, like there is only IDs. So it will give 2 comma 2. I have 5. It will check for 5 in table B. So there is no 5. So but if there is no 5, it will take all the records from the left hand side table. It will give as 5 comma null. Okay, it will. So क्या होता है, 5 के सामने टेबल बी में कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं है. There is no record in table B. So what it does, in front of 5, when the table is joined like this, in front of 5 there will be no different, there will be no data. It will shows as null. Okay, correct. Okay, so for 3 I have this particular 3 in this particular table B. Okay, so it will give it as 3 comma. So this will be the output for left outer join. Okay, when I come to this particular right outer join, it will take the values. First common record, it will give it like 1 comma 1. For 2 it will give 2 comma 2. For 5 there is no record, so it leaves that. Okay, for 3 it has 3 comma 3, 3 comma 3. But there is a null record in the right hand side table, so it will keep the null value here, and it will also keep the null value. Let's suppose if otherwise, if I have 9 here, let's suppose, so what it does, it keep the 9 here, as we do not have any records in table B, but there will be a null in front of this particular value. So from the left hand side, in the left hand side table, there is no record for id 9 now. So when it got joined horizontally, it will give as null. Now the full outer join, what it will do, let's suppose if I have 9 here, so it will give 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1. For 2 it will give 2 comma 2, 2 comma 2. For 5 there is no record, so it will give 5 comma 5, because we are accepting every record here. Okay, for 3 I have the value, so it will give 3 comma 3. But for 9 I do not have any values. Okay, so it will give like 9 null comma 9, null comma 9. Okay, so in the left hand side table there is no record, it will give null, and in the right hand side we have the data, so it will give it like this. Hope you understand that. So this is the basic. Yes, when we come to this particular SSMS part, okay, I have this particular two different tables called A comma B, and in this particular A B I have data. Let's suppose, okay, I have IDs, different IDs, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, okay, I have this values. So okay, let me check my 1 2 2 3 4 5. Okay, so there is many records. I just want to delete. I just want to keep few data. Delete start from A. Okay, delete from A where. Okay, so there are many records and I want to filter out this. I'm just truncating both the table. I don't want any data, because maybe I have teach something here. Table B. I just truncate every record and I will keep some records here. Okay, I have truncated both the table. I'm inserting few records here. Insert into to A ID values 1 2 2 3. Okay, so I have inserted 5 records here, and for B I will be inserting, so I will 1 2 3 6 and 9. Okay, I will insert B record just to understand this particular concept and to see how joins actually works. Okay, so if I again, I'm just commenting this. If I again run this A, we have different values like 1 2 comma 2 1 2 comma 2 6 and 9. Okay, this is my record. So let's try to write a inner join query. Okay, inner join query. So I have this particular select. I will keep this particular select here only. Now what I need to do, I need to write a query select star from, sorry. So select start from A. So let's suppose I'm joining table A with table B. So I will write inner join. There is a keyword called inner join. B, I will be joining this table with B. Okay, table B. I'm joining table and A and table B on. Basically, there is a clause called on clause, and based on this particular on clause, we will be joining. So let's suppose the common column is ID. मे बी द कॉलम नेम कुड भी डिफरेंस, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आईडी नाम से ही हो सकता है टेबल ए में जो कॉलम आईडी है उसका नाम होता ए अंडरस्कोर आईडी, और कॉलम बी में जो नाम होता उस दैट विल बी बी अंडरस्कोर आईडी, बट द फंक्शनैलिटी एंड एवरीथिंग इज सेम, करेक्ट. So I will write it as a dot id equal to b dot id. So wherever I find this particular a dot id equal to b dot id, it will return everything. Okay, I'm right. So here you could see that it is the data from column A, column B, and now we have the common record. So it will be 1 comma 1, correct. Then I have 2. So this two of table A will be joined with every 2, both the 2's, and the other 2 will join with every 2. So it will be around 4 records, correct. Okay, so let's suppose if I truncate this table A, control E, and instead of 2 I put it here 6, not 6, okay, 6. And if I insert record, and then if I try to execute this, here you could see that this is 1 2 6 3, and I have value 1 1 2 comma 2 2 comma 2 6 comma 6, because we have also 6 and 6 here. And for 2 there are two different 2, it will join with every 2's which are present in table B. So in the earlier case there are two twos in table A also, and two twos in table B also. That is why the number of joint column becomes 4. Okay, so this is how we do this particular inner join. When we come to the left outer join, Monica, trust me with the process. Just understand this. We will do that also. So don't worry about the color. Just trust me about what I'm trying to teach. What I am actually trying to teach is that there is a misconception that when we do joins, when we talk about getting a common records, it will give only the common record from both the table, and there will be no side by side joining. But in actual joins there would be a side by side joining. That is what I'm trying to convey you, and that is what I'm trying to see, that how this particular joins, when you have that idea, this is very simpler and easy to remember. When you have that, okay, in this condition we have all the records from the left table and the common record, you have that idea to join that. Okay, so we will do that. I will give you some 55 questions to do that on joins. If you will not do that, then we will talk. Okay, so yes, left outer join. So it will be select star from A, and I will write left outer joins and B. So I want to join it using this particular B. Okay, and the joining condition will be same, that A dot id is equal to B dot id. Okay, if I join that, you could see that I have every record here from the left hand side table, even though in the right hand side table we do not have any data, it shows null here. So understand the situation how we are joining two different tables. Okay, so this is all about left origin. Let's talk about, let's suppose we have two different tables called orders, and uh, okay, okay, let's take a scenario. Okay, so if let's I'm not I'm not writing any query, I'm just explaining you the scenario. Okay, let's suppose you have to find the list of all employees who didn't didn't order last month. Okay, जिन्होंने ऑर्डर नहीं किया है लास्ट में, let's suppose. Okay, so what you do, let's suppose we have two different tables. Let's suppose we have two different tables where we have a where we have a where we have a table called customers, and we have a table where we have the data for orders. And if you want to check that which of the customers are not buy anything from the order, so what you will do, you will you will keep this, you will use this particular orders, you will do a join. Okay, and you will check for those, you will do a left outer join. So in this such condition we will be using the left outer. The main motive is, like मैं क्या सिखा रहा हूँ कि कैसे कैसे कंडीशन में we will use this particular left outer join. So when we have to check कौन से कस्टमर ने डेटा जिन्होंने लास्ट मंथ ऑर्डर नहीं किया, बेसिकली आई वांट द डेटा, yes I want this particular data. Okay, so for that what we need to do, we need to do a left outer join. Okay, we want to do a left outer join. So what we will do, we don't want those data, we don't want the inner data, we want the left hand side, this one data, this data, we want this data. Okay, so what we will do, we will join the condition. If you come here in the left outer join, let's suppose this is the IDs and these customers have ordered everything. This is the customer table and this is the order table, let's suppose. Okay, and these customer didn't order last month, means there will be no data for the order for these customers. For these customers there will be no data. So what you will do, you will select write another condition, you will write another condition where b dot id is null. So here what you will do, you will find those records where customer do not have any entries in the ordered table. Correct? Understood? So this is how we will be using this particular left outer join. For right outer join, the method is same. What it does is basically, so for the right outer join, we will be using a right outer join b a dot id b dot id, and I'm just removing this. You could see the data will be like that. There will be every record from the right hand side table, and for the right hand side table, the id 9, we do not have any data in id 9 in table A, so it is like null. Okay, okay, so this is how we will be using this particular right outer join. Okay, understood? Yes. So whatever tables which we are using before this particular keyword, that will be act as left, and after that whatever table we are using, that will act as right table. So this will be the left table every time and this will be the right one. Will be whatever join we use, but if all the table which is used before this particular keyword right outer join, this will be a left table, and all the table which is used after that, that will be a right table. Okay, this is one thing. Now this is all about, let's see the Cartesian join. So we have another table, we have another type of column, join, that is called Cartesian join. And in this particular Cartesian join, select star from a comma b. So it would be like when you give this a comma b, it will work like this. So the Cartesian join works like a comma b. Okay, you give this particular, this will say, here you could see I have around how much of records. So I have some 5 records here and 5 records here. So 5 into 5, there should be a 25 records. So if I execute it, here you could see that I have 25 records. Okay, Cartesian join. So basically where we will be using that. So when we are doing some permutation or combination questions, combination, जब भी अपन को permutation combination निकालना पड़ता है, या we want to create some combinations, there we will be using this particular Cartesian join. Understood? Okay, yes. Okay, so this is one thing. Let's talk about the full outer join. Full outer join. In this particular full outer join, what we need to do, I'm just writing this particular query and select star from a full outer join b on a dot id is equal to b dot id. I just wrote. Okay, if I execute it, here you could see that 3 and 5 do not exist in table B, so it is showing null. Similarly, the 9 is not existing in table A. It is giving null. Understood? Now you understood how a join actually works and how it is joining the tables. It do not joins because there are two different joins that we call it as semi joins. Okay, that is union and union all. So here also we are joining table. Select star from union all. Select star from A union. Select star from B. So I am here also I am joining the data, but here you could see that here the data is being joined in a different manner. It is being joined vertically. It is only finding the common records and it is displaying that. It is not showing all the it is not distinguished. ये distinguish नहीं कर रहा है कि कौन सा record right hand side से है, कौन सा record left hand side से है. It will join all the table. If I execute union all, here you could see that it is joining data from the first table, that is 1 2 6 3 5, and it is joining all the records from the, it is joining vertically. Understood? Yes, yes. No, we do not have any values called null. See, in joins actually the data is being joined horizontally like this. So, but in this particular union and union all, it is being joined vertically by table A and data of table B. It is joined like this. So that is why we are not able to compare that in which table we have the common records and in which table we do not have the common records. Understood? So, and basically union all, what it does is join both the table vertically, but union, what union does, that it will join all the tables, it will join the table, but it does another task of removing duplicates. If you see both the values, I am just enabling this particular execution plan, actual execution plan. If I execute that, here you could see that for the first data I am getting the data like it is joined and it is not removing any duplicates. For union all, for union it is removing duplicates. When I go to this particular execution plan, see there are two different type of query. I have how the execution of this particular union is being called, and what is the execution of this particular union all is called. So in union all, it is first joining both the table, concatenating both the table and giving the value. Okay, but in union all, it is first joining both the table, concatenating it, and then it is removing the duplicate. Another task is added here. Just a minute please. Hello. हेलो.
हाँ, मैं नोबिलिटी से बात कर रही हूँ.
मैम मैं एक्चुअली क्लास ले रहा हूँ, मैं थोड़ी देर बाद बात करूँ.
ओके, ठीक है, चलिए.
We are disturbing यार. Okay. So in this particular union and union all, so they ask for what is the difference between union and union all. So union and union all is kind of a semi join. Semi joins. There is a concept of semi join where we are also joining table, but we are not joining the table based on this particular, like the way we are joining using joins. Okay, so here you could see that for union all we are joining both the tables. So what is the difference between union and union all? That union will remove the duplicates. Okay, will removes the duplicates. Okay, the other difference between union and union all is union is more faster than, sorry, union all is more faster than union. Okay, how? If you see that the time elapsed between this particular, I have added another task here. If I run this status 6, let's suppose this is the status 6 controller. Let's suppose if I select that display estimator include live query statistics, execute. So here you could see that for executing this particular data, it is taking some 0.01 seconds. Okay, and once this is being joined, there is another task is added, that is removing the duplicates, and the moment the another task is added, that is why union is a slower. Union all is more faster, because here it is only joining the tables vertically. That's it. It is not removing any duplicate. And the moment we add another duplicate, we add the another task, it will be more slower than the union all. Okay, that is why union all is more faster than union. So this is the difference between union all and union. Please have a look. I want you to find two things, that is intersect. What is intersect and how we are using this particular intersect? Understood? So this is a more of joins, how we are going to do that. Let's suppose semi joins. Semi join. Okay. So basically when someone asks now what type of join we have, okay, so there are only two types of join, that is semi join and full joins. In that full joins we have different joins, that is a left outer join, right outer join, inner join, self join, Cartesian join. This is the actual definition we have to give in interviews. But in interviews also they ask for the, like that what their expectation is, what are joins, different joins, inner join, outer join. They simply directly ask that. So let's not go there. You just understand what is joins, what are the difference between these joins, inner join, outer join, everything. Okay. Now I have a query. Okay, so let's suppose I have two different tables. Select star from employees, select star from departments, open. So here I have two different tables. Okay, I have to write a query. I have to write a query to find the department name of every employee. So I want to write a query where I have the employee name. I want employee name, department name, okay, and the salary of every employee. Okay, and we have the department ID here, but the actual data of all the department ID resides on this particular department table. Correct? So I have to write a query. So what I need to do, let's suppose I am writing a query where select star from employees. Okay, and employees, for this employee we will give a alias. Why we are going alias, you understand, na? We are giving alternate name. So I am giving the alias as E. Either you can write as E, or else if you write E also, it will be a alias. Okay, as E, where I am doing an inner join with departments D on. I want to join this particular both the table based on this particular ID called department ID. Okay, department ID. So what I will do, I will write as E dot department ID. So if I do not put any alias here, what I need to do, I have to do that time that I have to put this whole name employees. So I could write the department ID equal to d dot department ID. So this is how I'm doing the inner join. So now you could see that departments, that all the data is added, and I have the department ID, department name, like both the data is added here. Okay, so this is the data for all the departments. Okay, and this is the data for all the employees. Correct? Understood? But we only want the employee's name. So what I will do, I will write as E dot. Basically, we are selecting employee name from which table? Employees. So here I have the department ID for employees table, and I have the department ID for departments table. So this is the beauty of this particular join, where we are able to understand that which data is from which table. Okay, so that gives us more clarity. Now I have to select the employee name. So I will write it as employee. I want the employee name, department name. So I will write as employee name. So basically I want the first first name as employee name. Basically I'm adding another, I'm giving the alternate name of that particular column. Okay, and then I want to select the department name. Department name will be what? It will be d dot department name. Okay, and I want the salary, E dot salary, as salary. Okay, either you can write as salary, or I want to write as department name, DPT name. Okay, understood? If I run this query here you could see that employees, that I'm getting the employee name, I'm getting the department name, and I'm getting the salary. Understood? Yeah. Now, now I have another column. I have another table called. I have to write a query to find the location. Okay, location of the every employee. Okay, so I want, like, I want this particular, I'm using this particular query, and using this particular query I'm just adding a few more conditions. Write a query to find the employee, department name, salary, and location of the employee, every employee. Okay, I want to do that, and I have three different tables. Let's suppose I have select. Let's suppose I have three different tables, that is and select star from locations. If I execute this, here we could see that I have a employee table. Okay, where I am able to join this employee table using this department ID, my department ID basically, and in this particular department ID I have the location ID, and using this location ID I can join to the location table. Basically, this is how both the tables is being added. So what I have a what e- employees table. Okay, employees table, and using in this employees table I had department ID. Using this department ID I am able to join this department ID with the department table, and I am able to join this department ID. Okay, and in this particular department ID I have another column called location ID, and I am able to join. Now there is another table called location, and using that location I am able to join this particular location. Using this location ID I will join the location and the department. Okay, understood? Location ID, got it? So this is how my query will work. So if I go there, I want employee name, department ID, location, salary. So at what I will write, I will write select star from employees e. Okay, inner. So first what I am doing, I am joining the employees with the department table using the department ID. So inner join department D on e dot department ID is equal to d dot department ID. So once this is being added, now I want to add the another table called location. So again I will write inner join locations L, and now I have to add, like, in this particular department. If I only run this control E, this is departments. If I run this here, I have this particular department location ID, correct? Now I have to add this particular location ID, this. Okay, so I will again do the inner join L on what, on L dot location ID, and I am joining with which column? I am joining with the location ID of departments. That will be d dot location ID. If I execute it, here you could see that locations, I guess this is location. So now you could see that this is the location ID, this is the location ID of departments, and this is the location ID of locations. And now I am getting everything. So I want what? I want the street address, or I want this particular whole address. Basically this. Okay. So what I want, I basically want first e dot first name. Okay, first name as employee name, comma. Secondly, what I want the department name. That will be d dot department name as dpt name. Thirdly, what we want the address, we want the location, we want the whole location. So what I will do, I want all these, because this is the location now. Only 2004 Chariots Road will not be location. So what I will do, I will use another string called concatenate. So basically what I'm doing, I'm concatenating all these, I'm concatenating all these columns. Okay, fields. So it will be street underscore address, comma. I want spaces between space, comma. I want postal underscore code, comma. Okay. Secondly, I want the city comma, what I want. After that I want the city. City is done. I want state underscore province. Okay, comma, and after that I want the country ID. Country ID. Okay. So this is how, but I have to mention that from which table I am taking these columns. So the columns I am taking it from the location, and the sort name will be L. So that will be like L dot postal code, L dot city ID, L dot state province, L dot country. Because let's suppose in any of the other, see why we are every time mentioning this L dot something, yeah, D dots column name. Because if we do not mention, see, every time I'm mentioning that join the location ID of locations to the location ID of departments, that is what I'm saying. So if I remove this now, if I remove this, what it will do, there will be a ambiguity means the compiler will do not understand where to select, which column to select. So to avoid that, that is why we are using this alias. That is the importance of alias. Okay, now if I execute it, there must be something else. Oh, postal code, check what is the postal code. It's postal code, not postcode. So see, this is the, and I want to name it as full address. Okay, understood. And I also want the salary, e dot salary as a salary. If I execute it, here you could see that I'm getting everything. Understood. So this is how we do the multiple joins. Like if you want to join two or more tables, this is how we join. First you need to join, what is my approach. I have joined first employees with department. The moment I join the departments based on department ID, there I am getting a location ID, and using that location ID of departments, now I am joining to the location. I can do another join. I have another column called select top 1 star from countries. Okay, if I run it, here you could see this, we have country code, country ID. Okay, and in location also we have this particular country ID. So what I will do, if I write another code, inner join countries c dot country ID is equal to, okay, yes, on, yeah, very good, and L dot country ID. If I run it, here you could see that now I will get the country's ID and everything. Okay, basically we haven't selected any column from here, from the country C. So if I write it here like C dot, let me see the column name, the country name. So if I write it like C dot country name, okay, and if I run it again, here you could see that I am getting the employee name, this, and salary and the country name. Understood. So this is how we are using joins. For see, you have to check that on what basis we are actually joining. There are some possibilities that you will be joining two tables based on two columns. Okay, based on two columns you are joining some conditions. For that, what you need to do, you have to write on, you are joining and the other column. Basically you write and, yes, let's take that scenario here. So I have this particular table now, control C. So if I execute it, I have two columns. I'm just altering this table, alter table A, add id to int. Okay, control E. Okay, and I will alter the same column, same table called B. I'm adding another ID, basically control E. Okay, so control E. Okay, now if I select the data from both the sides, I have different data. I have ID1, ID2. Let's suppose I'm adding some values here. So I want to, I'm just updating some records just to, okay, so let's okay. Now if I run it, here you could see I have two different IDs. For 2 I have 9, for 2 I have 8 and 8. Okay, now if I simply write a join, select start from A inner join b on a dot id is equal to b dot id. What it does, it shows like this, that it okay, I have two different columns, that is it will joining based on 2 comma 2, correct, but the id2 is different. The moment we start involving this id2 and b dot id is equal to, sorry, now if I add another condition, a dot id2 is equal to b dot id2, what it does, it removes that condition. It says that for this purpose, for if I start joining on this is equal to this, but this is not equal to this, it will remove all these three conditions, correct, understood. So based on that, it shows that this is not a duplicate. It says that it is a, when we are only joining based on 2 comma 2, it is showing that it is a duplicate, but the moment we added another column, it shows that it is not a duplicate. Okay, this is how you put a different condition here, where I have used this particular AND condition, understood. Correct, correct. So let's suppose in some of the tables you have two different tables. In the beginning itself you have asked, let's suppose I have two tables and the first id is similar but the other details are different, correct. Then you ask how to manage that. Then for that condition, what you do, you will select those columns, or based on that you can decide whether it is a duplicate record or a similar record. Okay, understood. So you will add those condition here in the joins. So this is all about this is about joins and joining inner joins. Okay, so so okay, this is inner join, outer join. We talked about many things. We talked about inner join, outer join, intersect also. Okay, so let's understand this question only. Okay, let's try to use the subqueries to solve this question. Okay, so right now I only want, I have, okay, let's suppose I have a query. I want this particular to, okay, so I have this particular departments. Okay, department ID. I want to write a query. I want to write a query to find all the employees of the, so all the employees details of department administration. Okay, understood. So let's suppose this is my employees table from employees. If I run it, here I have these data, but nowhere it is mentioned that which of the employees are from which department, because we only have the department ID, we do not have the department name, correct. So what I can write, first I need to select those department ID. Select star from departments where wait, department name equal to administrator. Okay, if I run it, here you could see that I have this and the department ID is 10. Okay, department ID is equal to 10, understood. Now I want this particular department ID in this particular employees table, where if I write department ID is equal to 10, it will fetch the records and gives you the result. Okay, there is no data for departments, so I will check for some other department. Let's suppose control E, employees, control E, control C, 19 executive, control C. I have to write a query to find the data for executive. So what I will do, let's suppose I want to write a query to find the employees details of department executive. Okay, and for executive, what I want the department ID, correct. The department ID will be 90. I will put 90 here. That will be the correct approach, correct. But is it a correct approach, if in some time this department ID will change, let's suppose, or the department name will change, or by some anything, if the due to some migration this department ID got changed, it is a correct way to find the details? No. So here comes this particular subqueries, where what I'm doing, where we are making that flexible queries. So I will write at select star from employees where department ID equal to, and in the bracket what I'm doing, I'm selecting the data from this, and I'm only selecting the department ID. Department. Okay. If I select that, here you could see that I am getting all the data which has the department ID executive. Okay, 90 understood. So what first it does, it is the query of query, the inner query. This is the inner query. It will give you the department ID. This 90 will be passed into this department ID, the input of this particular query. The output of the inner query act as an input of the outer query. Okay, and this is how we use this particular subqueries. So there are lots of questions related to subqueries. You have to check that. I will provide you this particular. So I have this particular basic SQL practice questions. Okay, where I have all there are different columns called different tables. So what you need to do, you need to first create this particular tables into your database. Then you have to run this particular insert command. It will insert all the data there. Okay, then we have to create the job history table. It will insert the data, then insert data, then create the employees table, and then insert all the data. So that is the dummy data and the table name. So what you need to do, you need to create every table and everything, and based on that I have another table called departments, then I have another table called locations, and I have another table called country. Using this, what you need to do, you need to solve this particular questions. It is based on every concept whatever we have learned till now. Okay, joins, in joins, subqueries, concatenation, substrings, like, not like, operators, everything is there. Understood? Okay, it is very few questions, 75. It's a very small questions. So I have some 52 plus 27, how much? 80, 79, not 80 also, not 80 also, 79 questions only. Okay, yes. So this is one of the thing. SQL, if you have anything related to this particular, next time when we will be talking more about this particular advanced constraint we have already learned. Primary key referential integrities we have covered. Subqueries, we have subqueries, nested queries, joins we have covered. This particular intersect and accept, you have to find the details for that, and okay, you have to write it. Okay, intersect and accept. Correlated queries are this particular subqueries only. Now the next time we will learn about this particular temporary tables and local and global temporary tables. Okay, what are temporary tables, how we create this temporary table, how we access this temporary tables, what are CTE tables, what is pagination, aggregate function we have already learned, sum, bin, max, count. Okay, so I want you to please go through this particular joins and everything, this okay, and I will try to load this joins video today itself. Okay, we will do that. Wait for that. Case statement, no. Okay, sorry. So actually this particular case statement I have to make you learn in this Windows function and all. When I teach you loops, case, so these conditional statements I will put you that, where we will talk about case statements, if else, and loops. These are conditional statements. Okay, so let me add that. Okay, no problem. Hey, don't worry about that. We will talk about that. If you find anything new there, we could